before we proceed with this video, I understand it might be a little bit too long for some of you. So if you're really eager to get a good look at some of these skins, like right now, just look at the description. Scroll down, it's all there. I chapter everything, alright? If you truly wish to skip ahead, it's all there. So, good day, Ruskin and Jewers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time to showcase the brand new jungle-themed skins. Right. So they're jungle theme, but you didn't get that much green camo. At the end of the day, if you're a little bit more realistic, if you understood that maybe you should kind of ground your expectations, lower your expectations, alright, fair enough. At the very least, we did get Reptile Hunter, we did get a cool looking rug, and lots of very lovely, awesome in-theme skins with this brand new jungle update. So, you know what? It's fine. Also, we do have next week and a week after and a week after, so we'll see how things are. But it was nice. Come on, don't be upset. Listen, if you already invested in like flashbacks, Reptile Hunter, Forest Raiders, it's actually kind of a nice thing that we didn't get like a brand new green cloven armor thing to appear, because they can rise up in price now, and then maybe in 2 weeks' time then we'll get something brand new. So appreciate for what it is. And for what we see here, I'm not upset. So just to point out, the Rustore did rotate around 5 PM London time. That did happen. Well, with it being a force wipe, that was to be expected. So cool. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have been enjoying yourselves. Feel free to comment below. Have you enjoyed the update? How many people have stuck up on you? The animals. Have you been attacked by a snake, a tiger, a panther, an alligator? No, crocodile. There's a difference, Hedge. So, overall, let's just also bring this up. Now that the actual update is out now, well, as I was alluding to, have you seen any snakes in the grass? Get a good look at all of that. I know over the past, like, 3 or so weeks, we've been doing a lot of comparisons of green clothing and armor, but now that the actual update is out, and now that we have it in the server, I can actually bring out multiple mannequins, multiple bodies, and oh, look at that lovely scenic view there. Oh, damn you, Leaf. But yeah, go look at this. Now, you might be very impressed with the amount of camouflage you can make. So I'm just using like standard leather gloves in some instances, standard hide boots, but all of these are fairly, well, cheap. Take, for example, the brand new Poncho and Bandana. Well, all of that together, right there, it's only $6. Not even that, probably a little bit less. Another snake mask has gotten cheaper. The Bandana slots in ever so nicely. And, well, there you go. Now, the burlap shirt and pants right there, that's the Druid burlap pants we got from, shirt and pants we got from as a Twitch drop last year, if you can remember. A lot of you got that for absolutely free, and you probably don't even realise. So, just pair it all up. And, well, as we move over to here, it does a pretty good job. What do you think? So, yeah, hide in the bush, hide amongst the plants. It's really not that hard. And I have to get this point across as well. It's not just green. So as long as you're liking the shade, which I could, if I could just move this around. So as long as you're in the shade, so as long as you have dark clothing, point made, brown, black, dark green, it all works, okay? So I'm sure you've probably found that out already. You've probably done it yourself in terms of jumping, ambushing people, or you've been ambushed. But honestly, for what this is, it's not that expensive to just put something together. Now, some things can be, that's true, but initially, we've had a lot of hype. A lot of speculators jumped in, bought out a lot of the stock, but it did calm down a fair bit. But now, with over 200,000 people currently playing the game, and potentially, we'll probably see even more over the course of this weekend, Friday, Saturday, are we going to now start seeing proper, genuine demand? Are we actually going to see these prices actually, like, rise up ever so nicely? Post-Christmas is a pretty, like, snap, like, instant type of thing. Just after Christmas, all right, people got time off, people got Christmas money to spend, prices tend to be pretty quick in terms of going up in price. But in terms of summertime, it's a bit more of a slow, gracious rise in price. We very likely probably won't see a lot of the skins reach a peak price probably until like July, August. But from here and now, it'd be just like a nice, slow rise, and you get the idea. So be a little bit wary of that. And just enjoy yourself. That's the primitive skins there. I'm actually going to go ahead and produce an extra video in which I'm going to do some nice comparisons like this. We'll be showcasing various different green clothing and armor pieces, but that's just a nice little snippet. As I said, that set in the middle there, only about $6, not too pricey. Some of the other skins have obviously gone up in price because they got bought out, like I said. Speculators jumped in. But there's some other things out there that we didn't even mention, like Wasteland Hunter leather gloves, for example. The camo netting poncho, that's actually very old and costs about $80, but yeah, you get the idea. So, yeah, right, shall we now skip ahead and actually start talking about the brand new Rust and whatnot. Alright, so here we are, we're back, and a lot of stuff's been posted on Twitter today. I've been putting out some fun things. Of course, you saw me earlier. I also whipped out some core pieces, tier 2, tier 3, hoodie and pants. Lots of people have been enjoying themselves. So, if we could just quickly navigate over to here. Here is the Rust store. Last night, when we did the abnormal barders, we were questioning, oh, could it be a big fat Rust store? There's plenty of skins that have been submitted, plenty of jungle themed skins. Well, 14 in total today. That's a lot more than what we normally see. But out of all these skins, which of them are abnormal? Now, to just kind of hasten things, I can confirm to you the LR300, the Tier 3, the Jungle Guardian door, the Jungle Ivy Rug, the Jungle King Garage door, the Jungle Locker, the Neon Jungle Rule Garage door, the Reptile Hunter Poncho. Those skins are abnormal. All the other ones, no, they are not. Right, so we got that nice and out of the way. Lots of skins to chase after with abnormal barders next week. I'm sure you're looking forward to it. And if we could just quickly look over to here on micro522.com, in which you can look in the description and see the link for right there, you can see that all these skins are doing pretty good in terms of their upvotes compared to downvotes. That Jungle Ivy Rug was like one of the most supported jungle themed skins that we had in the workshop. Lots of people were really, really hoping for it. So, okay, that's nice to see. Garage doors were also in favour. So, yeah, overall, I'm pretty sure most people are happy. I'm going to just sit here and say this very quickly. We have a Rust store with 2 sheep doors and 2 garage doors. Oh, by the way, I'd just like to point out we also happen to have Twitch drops right now, in which we have a sheep door and 2 garage doors. Yep. So, by all means, if you're going to get the Twitch drops, yep. Watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch. Make sure your Steam account is connected to a Twitch account. You can watch me if you so wish. I will be online. Look at the description to see links to all my socials. But the main point is, why so many garage doors and, yeah, sheep doors? I don't know. Maybe they just feel like they're more reliable. Guess that's the answer. I can't give you a solid answer, I'm afraid. But it's not doing them any favours. So do not be surprised if they probably struggle to retain value. Although some of them do look very nice. So, again, you could buy a skin if you like it. Not everything has to be an investment. But you could pick it up for a cheaper price in the future. You shouldn't be surprised by that. Okay, cool. So let's just move on from there. Overall, all these skins in the past, because I'm recording this a little bit late. I've been doing some other things throughout all of today. I'm actually streaming up to 7 hours of now. But with what we have here, the sales have been ridiculous. Yep, people have been hyped up. We had over 200,000 people turn up today. Tomorrow expect more, and of course on Saturday even more. I reckon we could surpass March. I mean, I'm feeling very confident about that. Not sure how close we could get to the peak player count we saw in February time, but loads of people turned up. Loads of people were really, really looking forward to the brand new jungle update. Right? And of course over here on the blog post, revealing all the interesting details of a brand new trailer. But we've kind of already gone through all of this because I've been on staging. Very nice. I know a lot of people enjoying themselves. Who's been complaining about the flowers? Who's been complaining about the plants? Who's been complaining about all the trees in the way? Oh. Anyway, feel free to comment below your own thoughts in regards to the brand new biome. Right, so, anyway, we're here to talk about the brand new skins, and we're here to talk about potential investments and whatnot. Shall we get started? Yes, indeed. All right. Jungle Ivy Rug. Guys, be very careful about this skin. It's a very nice skin. Again, by all means, if you like it, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creators, keep them nice and motivated to keep wanting out nice creative designs in the future. However, that is selling absurd amounts, and it's reminding me of another rug skin we've seen in the past. So if we could just go back to the past, like 2 years ago? Here we are. We have the kelp rug. Now, the kelp rug was very special because a little bit further back in the past, we had the camouflage nets. Now, the very first one was the forest camouflage net, the green one, and this was pretty valuable. And once we saw the kelp rug appear, a lot of people thought, oh, hang on a minute, we could probably see that as a nice alternative to this. Now, this particular rug, a lot of people like to try and use it as camouflage. A Wildrum video supported that made it go up even higher. This used to be a fair bit more pricier than what it is. But back then, 2 years ago, yeah, people are like, oh, I can't afford that, but I can afford this. So loads of people jumped onto it. It did almost 50,000 subscribers. To be precise, 46,787. In the first 24 hours, I remember this, it did like 25,000 subscribers. And for a very long time, I have to really get this across, it wasn't doing very good. Sold for like $1.49 and it was cheap. So as you could see, throughout all of 2023, it just went down, down, down. Post-Christmas, went up a fair bit, then went back down again during spring. But as time went on, it did gracefully rise up in price. All right? Now, it has a lot in circulation, and it's only sitting here at $3. Whilst it's a big profit, you can probably also look at the grass rug. Now, the grass rug, that did 30,000 subscribers almost. The grass rug was also shown in another Woodrum video, in which he put it on, like, the high walls and camouflaged his base. So that got popular. That ends up getting expensive. That's now a little bit more pricey compared to the camouflage net, which is quite funny. But because that didn't sell too ridiculously, it was able to go up to that price. And it doesn't have a ridiculous amount of listings on the Steam market either. Makes sense? So as we look at this brand new jungle ivy rug, which we see here, yeah, cool idea. I've already made like a short video showcasing like the other options that could have been accepted. I'm sure you saw that by now. But I'm a little bit worried, and I think it might be struggling, okay? I always say this. If you ever look to make an investment, don't rush. Wait until like Wednesday. We do the abnormal barters first, and then of course, after we've done the buy orders, we'll see what the support looks like. And yeah, I'm very worried about that. By tomorrow, and don't forget the Rustore did rotate early, I'm not going to be surprised if we see a very similar number that the kelp rug did in terms of the first 24 hours of sales. And if that's the case, that's probably doing over 40k. Now that's happening, it's going to probably emulate the kelp rug's behaviour. Now, shall we go in game? Give it a good look right now? Okay, yep, let's go do that. So, I'm just having a jolly little dance. Where did the rest of my clothes go? Don't worry. So, I actually brought in the other two rugs that we just mentioned. Give that a good look. Looking very nice and stylish. Very pretty. Oh, yes. Now, as you can see, this kind of drapes downwards. I have to just point this out to you. When you put it down, you kind of have to flip it twice just to make sure you get it the right way around, depending if you want it to be looking like that. Anyway, quick look at night time. And, of course, turn this off as well. Yeah, none of these glow in the dark, but that's not really what they're for. You just want to have it as nice decoration, I'm sure. Now, give that a good look. On the floor, is it much of like a rug for your feet? Yeah, I've got bugs between my toes now. Yeah. A bit debatable. But yeah, I think people will be using it as decoration. Do you like it on the brand new jungle building skin, by the way? Yeah, you know, definitely adds a nice extra little bit of flavour to it. But you might notice how the other two rugs are more like rectangular, and this has quite a lot more like transparency on the edges. So, is that a bit of a deal breaker for you? Does it really make that much of a difference? If you can kind of figure out like the positioning, you can still put it over like a window here. So get a good look at that. Quite a lot of transparency so that you can see through it, and I'm sure a lot of people might appreciate that. Also, just kind of works. Look at the decoration design of it. That looks nice, doesn't it? Yeah. But if I could just stop dancing and just point this out, yeah, I can vaguely see through that. I could probably hide my head. Yeah, someone might be shooting that. It might disappear after a while. It's not too bad, I'm sure. So I remember when we pointed out the Valentine's rug with its transparency, that had a little bit more vision to it, and you could see through. And I'm sure you'll be able to pass with that. But yeah, I did this because I know people would ask, "Are you satisfied with what you see here? Do you like it?" And again, if you like a skin, you can just buy it. Treat yourself. But if you want to make an investment, be careful. Bide your time. Wait. And then, of course, Wednesday, we'll see what the sales look like by then, and then we'll make considerations what might happen to it in the future. But the future is the summertime. That's the thing. We're about to go through the summer. May, June, July, August. We're expecting a lot of people to turn up, a lot of people to play the game. Will this be appreciated as time goes on? Accompanied with even more jungle-themed skins potentially being accepted. We shall see, all right? Again, your opinions, I'd love to hear them. But I'm a little bit unsure. And it's a matter of, you might sit there and say, but Hedge, will it eventually go up in price? Well, I mean, yeah, all the other green rugs have eventually got there. But if it's going to be like the kelp rug, it might be a bit of a struggle initially. And it might take a good year or two until it finally truly gets appreciated. So, I've put the words out there. You can offer your opinion which one you prefer out of these. But this one obviously works a little bit better compared with the brand new jungle aesthetic. Oh, yes. Right then, cool. That was a lovely bit of words. So shall we now go ahead and take a look at another deplorable? As you can see right here in front of me, we have a very nice looking Gadgetor, the Jungle King Gadgetor to be precise. The tiger is looking very ferocious, very cool. And with the Jungle Builder skin next to it, seems to line up ever so nicely. Looking pretty cool. Let's just go take a quick look on the other side. Oh, it starts to light up because yes indeed, it does happen to glow in the dark ever so nicely. Alright then, so let's give this a good look at night time. And as you can see, with the lights right next to it, these metal rings do reflect quite nicely all the way around with the metallic rim on this head. The details on the stone looking pretty cool. And if we could just look at this in total darkness, as you can see, it's very, very bright. Now, just to also showcase this, here I am, and wabam, look at that. It does glow in the dark when it's rolled up. I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate knowing that. Cool, 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 cool. Right then, so what is your opinion in regards to this design? Because I've already made the point of how many garage doors we have in a single week. Oh yeah, 4. You might like it. You might appreciate it. You might respect it. That's very likely going below its Rust or price deal, isn't it? Yeah. I don't take any like joy out of this, but yeah, it's like an inevitability. I would like to see it work out. I would like to see it succeed, but this is still selling quite a lot already. Yeah, it's another one of those instances. So, should we quickly hop out of here now and just discuss that? Because we've had some other garage doors sell quite silly earlier this year, and how are they currently doing? Alright, so, here we are. Gentlemen, the current rate of sales that we're looking at, it's looking like that's going to at least do over 15,000 subscribers with the first 24 hours of sales. Okay, so what's the problem? That's definitely doing over 30,000 subscribers. And now let's just quickly remind you of the garage doors we saw earlier this year. Because, of course, every single garage door that you're looking at right now isn't doing very good at the moment. Nope. We had the Great Siege garage door being accepted for the primitive update. Almost 30,000 subscribers. It is down by 75%. For Lunar New Year, we had these 2 garage doors, which did very high sales. They had some very cool looking designs to them. But that's now down by 54%, and this is down by a quarter. Oh dear. And of course, Mystic Tree garage door. That's not too bad. It's only down by 18%, but it's still down in price. But that did sell, what, $3? So, we've had some garage doors that have sold some very, very good numbers. The demand was there. People liked it. People respected them. People wanted them. But there's a lot of people that bought them in excess with a pure intent to sell, and now they are struggling and suffering. We did just go through Easter. We did just go through the Easter dip. So, maybe they could improve over the course of the summer. I would like to see that happen. But I'm just going to sit here and say, we've been through this before. It's getting a bit ridiculous with the amount of garage doors we're getting. Now, last year, we had some garage doors that also sold very nicely. And right now, they're not doing so good. All I can sit here and say is be cautious. Just because something looks very good in the moment doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to be in demand, always getting the attention. It very likely may suffer. And considering we're now starting to see Twitch drops, it might start getting a little bit awkward. So, it's up to you how you approach that. But I've given you the warning. I'm expecting a lot of sales. I will not be surprised in the slightest if I can pick that for half the price in the future. Maybe it does kind of calm down a little bit towards the end. Maybe instantly in the summer we'll see prices just hold up nicely because people like it, people want it, people crave it in their jungle bases. I mean, sure, we'll see, but I'm having doubts. And yeah, so just a lack of confidence. Right, so shall we move on? Reptile Hunter primitive skins have been accepted. Whilst it's not the boots and gloves, which have been absolutely amazing, this is still very cool. And I want to point out, even though we got primitive skins today, I have seen the Reptile Hunter skins actually kind of get a bit of a boost regardless. So I'm sure many of you are well aware that all of the green skins, once we found out about the jungle update coming out, like all of it got bought out. Even the bombshell backpack, which is funny because the default backpack's green anyway. But anyway, that has actually boosted up by about 50%. Initially, it was going close to $20 with the hype. It calmed down. Earlier today, it was kind of just about under $10. Well, it's basically doubled in price. Not close. No, it's not the same price it was during the jungle hype, but 24 hours earlier, it was looking certainly different. So Is that due to the jungle update coming out and people realising Reptile Hunter looks really good in it? Maybe. Or is it because of the collection continuation? Maybe. Or maybe it's both. From here and now, I'm expecting Reptile Hunter and all the other green clothing armor pieces to gracefully rise up in price. It's not going to be like an instant like this. I don't think so. This is where I think the acceptance day has led to a bit of a spike in demand. But I am expecting most green skins in general to gracefully rise up in price over the course of the next few months. Not insane, huge increases, but nice ones that we're going to gradually keep seeing as time goes on. If we keep seeing more and more skins being accepted, that can lead to some problems. So, of course, you're probably fully well aware that... oh, it's over there as well. We have had some other ponchos that exist, like Banana Leaf Poncho. That also reached $20 at one point. But with the arrival of the Reptile Hunter Poncho, you'd think, oh, surely that might suffer. Not really. That's actually slightly gone up in price as well. So initially, 20, calmed down. Earlier today, it was about 9. Today, it's still about 9. So... maybe it doesn't matter too much. We'll see how things go. But if we keep seeing more and more and more green primitive skins being produced and accepted, that could lead to some issues. But let me tell you, I have seen a lot of attempts for green clothing armor in terms of primitive skins over the past few years. I'm surprised to see this was accepted today. I'm grateful and I'm happy, and props to Mr. Himmick for making it. And I'm hoping now we could see some more. As I said, maybe the boots and gloves. Come on now, face punch. Come on. Anyway, back over to here. I think they could go ahead and make some leather gloves and some high boots. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe we could get an actual proper green primitive set. But of course, with it being green camo, guess what? Sales. Oh my. Yeah, this is also selling quite ridiculously. But again, the demand is there. Surely with the demand it would hold up, right? This is a bit of a problem. In theory, it'll probably keep out from stopping it from going dramatically down super bad. Do you remember the blackout burlap? That might be a very good shout for something that was even more ridiculous. Blackout burlap shirt and pants. What price did they sell for? 99 cents each. What are they currently selling for right now? That is the blackout hoodie, Hedge. Whoopsie. Let's just look up blackout and then I'll find the skins because they're the most recent ones. There you go. They are up slightly. But I have seen these with like 1,000 listings on the Steam market. Still got a few hundred, as you can see. That might take quite a long time for that to eventually go up in price. Much like what we just talked about with the kelp rug earlier. Ridiculous sales lead to ridiculous listings, leads to struggling to see the price ever go up. But if there is enough demand, eventually it can happen, alright? So, is it going to be about 30,000 subscribers? I am expecting that. Now, also, just to quickly bring this up, we've had some ponchos sell ridiculous numbers before. We've had some ponchos do 30,000 plus subscribers before, and as you can see, well, they're doing alright, aren't they? Raven Poncho, Blackout Poncho, Arctic Camo Poncho, but both of these are very cool looking black ponchos with like some other skins in its set. We just showed you the burlap clothing just a second ago. And Arctic Camo has the full Arctic Camo primitive set. That is like the best white early game primitive set you could have. So yeah, that actually worked out very nicely. But when it was just that poncho all by itself, even that struggled. 99 cents, but you might not remember this all the way back in September 2022 when this was first accepted, sold a ridiculous amount, and then a ridiculous amount appeared on the Steam market. And at its lowest, it was selling for about 40 to 45 cents in the Steam market. But of course, when those extra skins appeared, up. Right, so with this, we shall see what happens next. There's a lot of other green primitive things you could compare with. I've got plenty of videos showcasing that already on the shorts. Yes. But come on, let's just jump in. Let's give it a good look. And maybe we could go, give it a good look in the foliage, in the bushes, in the jungle. So yeah, thanks Micro for building near the river. Much appreciated. I really hope something just doesn't come out and jump at me. But yes, I'm sure he'd know. I am also a crocodile, a reptile. Well, I'm definitely not a hunter of reptiles. But yes, here we have the Reptile Hunter Poncho with the bandana. Now, I have to bring this up. The bandana has a lot of transparency. It does not cover the neck. That might be a bit of a problem. If you are a pale character like me, that could lead to some potential issues. You might not be very happy about that. But overall, I think it looks nice. And you are probably fully well aware that Reptile Hunter does happen to work very nicely in the jungle, what with the core pieces, the tier 3, the hoodie and pants, and of course the tier 2. But come on, I did sit there and say, we should probably go and do some nice comparisons in the jungle itself. Where'd he go? Can't you see him? Well, if I were to just move along here, can you see them now? Can you see them now? You probably can. Because there is a bit of a disadvantage. You can see my flesh, my horrible, horrible flesh. I know. Well, yeah, this is a disadvantage with this bandana. It's got an interesting design with the transparency, but did we actually want the transparency? Now, I also have to bring up, you may notice that the bandana is selling at a cheap standard price of 99 cents. And, of course, we have the poncho selling for $2. We don't have that many green ponchos, do we? And they've all kind of got up in price. And I'm pretty sure Face Punchers noticed that. So, honestly, I think we're super happy about the poncho. But we could probably just replace the bandana with something else. So, why not I go ahead and do just that? I could just whip out the forest camo bandana. And it'll probably be much more effective. Right, let's go do that then. I'm just roaming around the jungle. It's all nice and quiet. I'm sure I'm safe. I'm sure I'm fine, right? Just gotta keep on moving, follow the pup. Oh. I've probably already shot, haven't I? Yeah. Who shot me? Can you see him? I'm sure you can. Right, so over to here. Makes much more of a difference there, doesn't it? So that right there is the standard forest camo bandana. And just to remind all of you, that's a drop that you get for absolutely free. That's like 20 cents on the Steam market. As you may have noticed, very helpful in covering my very pale skin. Now, I also am wearing a boonie hat as well. You could consider a right helmet, just saying. But, so as long as you wear some dark clothing, you're pretty much A-okay in the jungle. Also, do you happen to like the jungle assault rifle? Looking very nice and interesting there, yes. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this poncho and seeing how everything turns out. And I'm not surprised to see it selling more than compared to the bandana. But what could happen to the bandana next? Feels like that might be a little bit questionable, a little bit awkward. Let's now go hop back onto SCMM and discuss just that then. So be careful, be prepared. That it's selling for the standard price, so maybe it's not going to be that bad. And so as long as this collection remains in demand, all right. But the sales, the final sales, what's it going to be? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to comment below. But yeah, if you just go to the bandana masks, scroll down, you can either buy that for $1, or you could go just over down to here, and oh, there you go, forest camo bandana on the Steam market, not very expensive. It's 30 cents. Well, you know what? That's not too surprising. Oh, there you go. Jungle hype, it happened. Yeah, all of it got bought out. So for a skin that you get for absolutely free, even that got bought out, went up in price. 349 sales today. Are you that surprised? I think a lot of people have been buying this to pair up with a brand new poncho. Makes a lot of sense now, I'm sure. So, okay, right. We'll keep an eye on you. You're abnormal. You're not. That's a problem. But you, we kind of care more about you, being brutally honest. So, I think we can all agree. Jungle Guardian Sheep Matador. So there was a lot of very interesting designs submitted for, well, this update. Well, more specifically, this Ruster, I should say. Now, here's another thing I haven't brought up. We've had a lot of skins being submitted that are jungle theme, but not a single early pick was accepted today. It's all typical picks. So if I just go over to here with TGG's top picks, quick refresh, and you'll see all the green ticks. Green tick, green tick, green tick. It's all there. Not very noticeable, that one. But yeah, if I could just quickly show you all the sheep doors. It's nice to see that some very cool choices were picked. But why two in the same Ruster? We could have probably just done one every week of the month. Yeah, whatever. Right, well, at the very least, with this one, it looks very, very nice. It's an awesome looking glow-in-the-dark design. It's sold a lot already, yes it has, and that's also very much a concern. I am not going to be surprised if this $2.49 skin eventually goes down in price and probably goes to about half its price at the very least. Sorry to say, but we've been down this road how many times? Plenty. There are tons of sheep in the doors. We are getting more Twitch drops. It's inevitability. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the future we'll get some more DLC packs with some sheep in the door skins and whatnot, like we did with the medieval pack. As you can see with the previous year, how many of these skins are actually in the positive? Because we got a record-breaking 42. In the entire year, 42 skins. You got one. You got two. You got that one doesn't really count. That's one. It's like accidentally rare. But yeah, out of 42 skins, only 2 of them are currently in the positive. And then if you go to 2023, all right, we've got Bombshell, we've got Brutalist, Transparent and Glow in the Dark. They're special. Oh, and Adobe. That's pretty interesting. What happened there? That's a bit of a surprise. Anyway, that right there, yeah, it might work very nicely with the brand new building skin, which we'll see in a second, don't you worry. But will we see a collection being built out of this? That'd be nice. But even then, we've had a lot of sheep doors that came out last year, ones that were part of collections. They still went down in price. So, and how much is this going to sell? You may like a door, and you could buy it simply because you want it. Not everything has to be an investment, but I wouldn't be surprised if that goes down to about $1. It feels like an inevitability. So, shall we go a game now and give it a good look? And what do we have here? Yes, looking very interesting. Very cool. That's a very nice looking sheep door. And of course, do you reckon it blends in nicely with the building skin? Feel free to comment below. Nighttime look if we may. Or yes, please. So, as we can see, it doesn't appear to be very reflective. The details do stand out a little bit. But yeah, it's fine for what it is. But what we're mainly going to want to see is how well does it glow in the dark in total darkness? And the answer is very nicely. Yes. So, are you a fan of the design? Do you like it? Do you think it perfectly befits the jungle update? I'd love to see your comments, but still, even then, I'm afraid I'm still a bit unsure whether it's actually going to work out quite nicely. Alright, so yeah, you could just probably pick this up for a cheaper price at some point in the future. Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing with the garage door, didn't I? And, well, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and take a look at the next garage door? So, you can dwell on that all you want. I've got to talk about some other skins. Hello there, cool looking garage door. Yes, we've got a tiger fighting a crocodile. I mean, is there anything else you need in this life? That's a cool looking approach. Now, I'm not surprised to see a fairly straightforward neon design gets accepted. They tend to work out quite alright when we have big updates, especially like holidays as well. And yes, of course that's going to glow in the dark when it's rolled up. You can see it from there, can't you? Alright, so of course, shall we go give this a good look at night time? Let's turn the lights on first. And of course... Alright, so you could see like the metal chicken wire sort of holding up all the wiring there. It's reflective. The actual like tubing of the lights there, they don't reflect that much. But you're not really here for that, are you? You want to see how this looks when you look at this, of course, in total darkness. And as you can see, super bright, super noticeable. Do you really need me to roll that up to see if it's going to glow in the dark when it's rolled up? You could clearly see that. Come on now. Right then, so overall, very cool idea. But $3.49? Oh, okay, that might be a bit of a problem. So, shall we go hop back to SMM.app and discuss this? So everything I said earlier in regards to that garage door will apply to this. Now this is $3.49. That is more expensive compared to this one. And of course, just a quick recollection, just to point out that yes, we've had some pretty expensive garage doors as well this year. $3.49. One of the Lunar New Year skins was $3.49. It was that one. It's down by half its price. Is this looking like it's also going to sell quite absurdly? It looks like it could get close to 30,000. That's still like going to be a bit of a problem. I don't have faith in garage door skins. That's all I'm going to say. So, by all means, if you like it, buy it, use it, enjoy it, support the skin creator. But if you're going to sit there and like, Hedge, do you reckon I can pick that up for a cheaper price in the future? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. So, alright, we'll leave it at that. Shall we now move on and talk about the Aztec Jungle door? So, this actually had two versions, if I can recall. They decided to avoid the glow-in-the-dark one, which would have been nice because it glowed in the dark with the eyeballs. That looked pretty cool. But I guess they're like, well, if we're going to, accept a skin that blends in very, very nicely with the building skin, perhaps it's probably best we just avoid, having it glow in the dark. Alright, fair enough. I would have preferred the glow in the dark one. But again, we just talked about the Jungle Guardian door. I don't have that much faith in sheet metal doors. Now we have this one. However, I do want to bring this up. I made a short video quite a while back. Don't mind this. And, well, when we were initially looking at the jungle building skin, we were doing some comparisons with garage doors, sheet metal doors, and, well, guess what? We already have this Aztec sheet metal door. The very second I brought it in game. We looked at it, compared it to like the building skin. We agreed it was a pretty cool looking skin. It blended in quite nicely. That instantly got bought out. Someone jumped in and bought like 20 of them. So yeah, that used to sell for nothing. Nobody cared about this. But now, with this brand new building skin, where it blends in quite nicely with it, that went from like 70, 80 cents. Now it's on the Steam market at $4. Might go a bit cheaper. But someone, when the initial hype happened, someone in my own chat here sold theirs for $20. They grabbed some from third-party sites, sold it for $20 on the Steam market. That's how silly it got. So there's definitely some cool ideas, some cool designs to match up with this new building skin. You always just got, look out, find it yourself if you can. And that was something that's worth nothing. But now, as we hop back and look at this is actually like tailor-made, quite literally, to go specifically with this building skin. So let's go give it a good look right now. What do you reckon? So, looking over there, seems like a great homage. I was going to say parody. No, homage is the word. It does look like it blends in very nicely with it. Yeah, I have no complaints. But is this actually going to retain value? Is this actually going to be a-okay in the future? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if it still drops off. With the lighting on it, it does kind of bring out its details. Not too reflective. And of course, does it have a glow in the dark? I believe we've already mentioned that it doesn't, but I can still show you. There you go. Alright, so yeah, doesn't glow. Would have preferred the one with the glow in the eyes, glow in the dark eyes. You can't have it all. But yeah, overall, if you think it looks nice, by all means, enjoy yourself. Buy one for yourself. Blend in ever so nicely. Go buy the nice glow in the dark one. Or go buy another cheap door that you think works out very nicely with this building skin. I'd love to hear your opinions. What have you bought to pair up with this new building skin? Have you even bought the building skin? Should have asked that. So yeah, $1.49 standard deplorable price, and yet I can't help but assume it's still going to go below that price eventually at some point. Yeah. Shipping the doors and garage doors. No confidence, I'm very sorry to say. But I tell you what, I'm kind of curious about this. So I've said this in the past. We usually get like 2 blackout alternatives a year, ever since we've had like Dragon Rage, Black Gold. Well, so far this year we've had Tire Collection. We were wondering, oh, could we potentially see the Tier 3 maybe this month? Well, instead, Black Alligator. Alright, well, you know what? I'm not hating. It looks perfectly fine for what it is. And, of course, we can anticipate Tier 2, hoodie and pants. Alright, yeah, sure, let's see what happens. Don't we have Black Paladin? I don't know what's going on there, right? I have no clue what could be going on, but is it going to be this? Is it going to be Black Paladin? I know Black Paladin has had some boots and gloves being submitted. I know it had a backpack. I know there was some Tier 3 submitted before the hoodie and pants were accepted. Have you seen any of it being accepted since? Nope. So, Mr. Viduka, are you feeling confident? Are you feeling motivated? Will you produce some collection continuations for us to enjoy? Got to keep an eye on the workshop now, don't we? Right, well, I know a lot of you are really looking forward to the idea of seeing some green Tier 3, and there was definitely a lot of submissions. We saw flashbacks, Jungle Raiders, the design that kind of blended in quite nicely with the brand new building skin, and 2 other green ones I can't remember the name of, sorry about that, but yeah, there's a lot of green options. Face Punch specifically went with this. As much as you can sit there and say, oh, but if only Face Punch accepted the green ones, they'd have made tons of money, I'm sure they're fairly well aware of that. But they avoided that, didn't they? It's not the first time they've avoided some camouflage skins. So you have to kind of expect this more. You've got to lower your expectations. You've got to realise, you know what, maybe not. Alright, so for some reason they're more than happy to accept more blackout options. I guess at night time it doesn't really matter. By all means though, do you like this design? Do you think it looks cool? Did I just see something over there? Uh-oh. Well, hopefully he... Oh, it was the crocodile. I was wondering, like, I thought I saw the tiger scratching the thing. No, it's just him flailing his tail. Can you see him all the way over there? Cheers, buddy. Oh, yes, as you can tell, we are a nature program. Right, anyway, I know some people have asked, Hedge, is this pretty good in the jungle? well, I have been kind of making a fuss saying, you know what? So as long as your clothing is dark, it should be right in the shaded parts of the jungle. Let's go test it out. Pause the video and try and spot them. Can you see them? Well, I'm sure you probably found them by now. You can just about see their face, but you know what? In the shade, I'm telling you, black clothing armour actually looks like it's going to work out quite nicely. Now I'm just wearing those leather gloves again, still got my frog booties on. You don't have them, I do. Anyway, no, it looks like it does a perfectly fine job. Blackout alternatives, it's probably going to have a fun time in the jungle as well. So, oh, you know what? That's pretty interesting. Should we go hide again and see if you can spot me again? Well, let's go do that right now. Pause the video and try and spot them. Go! Right. Did you spot them? Did you see it? I had to do this at least once, but yeah, come on now. We had to put someone at least in the tree at least once. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Now, with green or brown, it's even better against the tree, the climbing tree that is. Madness, isn't it? Now, he's kind of just about on the edge. Cool, one more step, buddy, and you're going to be falling. And that's quite some significant damage. But yeah, honestly, dark shaded parts of the jungle. Black alternatives do appreciate it. So, God, I probably have to go do some short videos now. Blackout in the jungle. Oh, Hedge, look what you set yourself up to. Well, I think we've done a good enough showcase here. So, I'm looking forward to some more of it now. What about you? But how much has it sold so far? And how are all the other blackout alternatives currently doing? Because we've just had Tyre. And Tyre Collection wasn't really selling that much, is it? Or was it? Currently, yeah. Come on, back to SMM. Go, 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 go. Black Alligator Tier 3 has basically it's almost already caught up to the sales that we, finally saw after a whole week of Tyre hoodie and pants being in the Rust store. Like, huh. I am expecting it to do at least around 20,000 subscribers. That's not a ridiculous amount, of course, with all these other skins ahead of it, yeah. But we've had a lot of people turn up today, haven't we? Lots of people turned up for the jungle update. And therefore, a lot of people have seen, well, the skins in the Rust store. Makes sense, I'm sure. If we were to see Black Alligator Tier 2 or hoodie and pants and it gets accepted like 2 weeks from now, like the third week in this month, do you reckon there's going to be as many people playing? And then, do you reckon there's going to be as many people buying those skins? We have been through this before where we may see a brand new collection getting started and the very first core piece to be accepted, in this instance the Tier 3, it might sell just a little bit too much compared to the skins that came out after it. But how on earth would we know? Well, now you got it in your head, now you're aware. Now, are we going to see the collection continuation very quickly? Viduka, he's kind of been away for a while, and then he kind of came back, and he's kind of back now, and I feel confident he will be attempting it and doing it, but he's not super active or as much as he was before, but I would feel confident he does it eventually. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing it super quickly and having it out by this weekend. Keep an eye on his workshop, it's right there. But I would expect it eventually. Now, again, if it's in 2 or 3 weeks' time, with whatever comes out afterwards, it doesn't matter. Initially, you're going to see that Tier 3 Spike and price, aren't you? Yes. You would expect that, wouldn't you? So, okay then. Maybe that might be the smartest time to sell. Or maybe eventually the other pieces do sell just as much. So as long as it's like within a couple thousand, it'll be alright. But yeah, that might be selling just a little bit too much, along with all the other skins we have in this Rust store. It's a pretty wild one, isn't it? But you've been informed, you've been warned. Cool. Right, so let's now go ahead and talk about the Jungle Locker. A very nice cute kitty cat design with the tiger and of course the panther. It's very nice and shiny, and I'll be showing that off to you in a bit. Cavency, you did a wonderful job, and I'm not surprised to see it was accepted. Lovely stuff. Right, so I have to quickly point out how many lockers we had so far. Oh, look, there's 5. In 2024, we had 7. Alright, we've already got 5, and we're not even halfway yet. Uh-oh. If we keep seeing too much of a specific items getting like so many skins, I've just mentioned those garage doors, didn't I? Do you reckon we'll start to notice a bit of a problem? Now, we have just gone through the Easter dip. Ultramarine locker is down a little bit. Beauty industry locker is down a fair bit. And you are down real bad. Oh. These are two very interesting skins. This part of the Ultramarine collection, which is very in demand and been holding up their prices ever so nicely. And, of course, you know, the cat girls on the locker. Cool. I don't really know if this locker's going to be doing all right. This one here. That's what I'm talking about. I think we're going to probably see some similar sales to what the beauty industry locker has done. And I wouldn't be surprised if it follows suit with how it's behaved since it's been accepted, where it's going to probably go down in price a fair bit. I am a little bit not very confident. We'll go there. I'm not very confident with it, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to say. So, right, shall we go ahead and give it a good look? Because, well, this is where I'll brighten up and say, that looks nice. Mr. Cavency, you did a wonderful job with like the mosaic design and whatnot. Stained glass mosaic, feel free to comment below which one's the correct one. Alright then, so yeah, that's actually looking very nice. Top, oh, it's golden there as well. Now you're going to probably ask, hey, how does it look at night time with the lights right next to it? Well, it's reflective. As you can see, the gold trim is making it stand out very nicely. Alright. And of course, you want to know, how does it look without any lights on in total darkness? Well, there you go. It's bright, it's noticeable, and those cats are looking cute. Pet the kitty. Pet the kitty. Alright, so only two sides and the front appear to glow. Well, what are your thoughts? Do you like the design? And again, listen, not everything has to be an investment. If you like it, just go buy it. Just appreciate it. Put it in your base. Sit back, relax, and enjoy what you have, right? It's a very cool looking design. Cavency, will you turn this into a collection? Is it possible? I'm looking forward to finding out. Sheet metal double door, garage door. Hey, as much as you might sit there and say, Hedge, didn't you just complain about like too many garage doors and whatnot? Hey, I look forward to collections, right? I like these skins. They look cool. So keep an eye out in the workshop over the course of the weekend, and we'll see what potentially gets produced next. Sounds good? Capiche? Alright then, let's now go ahead and take a look at the next skin. And what might that be? Oh, it's another crocodile. Where? I don't see the crocodile, Hedge. There you go. Right, let's just brighten him up a little bit. There you go. Here is the Croc Thompson. Give that a good look. He's an angry looking fella. Right then, let's go aim down a sight. I like the little cartoony one right there. That's looking pretty goofy. Now, of course, let's just quickly look at this at night time. As you can see, it's not got any glow-in-the-dark parts, but the night light's looking pretty good in that. I can see that clear as day, and I don't normally... My monitor isn't very good with black light. It's not. Damn you IPS screens. Anyway, so that's a nice looking skin. Give it a good old reload, Hedge. Looking very cool. Right, what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. And now let's go ahead and showcase this on stage. First things first, get a good look at that for reflection. The scales are pretty shiny. Cool. Right, now let's go over to here and observe. So... did we just have a Thompson? Uh-oh. Yes, we did. Alright, we'll start to get a lot of those now. But, hey, this was a cool idea and lovely looking approach. What are your thoughts? Once again, feel free to comment below. And now, let's go ahead and look at this, an SMD APP, and question, could this Thompson potentially hold up quite nicely as an investment? So first things first, that right there, not abnormal. Okay, well, you know what? We just had that with the previous week with the Starry Dream Thompson. Now that only did 11,500 subscribers. At the current rate this is selling, it's definitely surpassing it, for sure. But I've got to get this across very quickly. Thompsons, they do get used quite a lot. They do seem to be appreciated enough in terms of their skins. But it's still a bit 50-50. Now, first of all, what is the cheapest Thompson? We'll go ahead and take a look at that right now, and I can confirm to you, it is just over $1. Thompsons don't really crash and burn, which is nice to know, but doesn't look like they definitely go up in price like by tons. Now, if I could just quickly go back to here and quickly look at this again, like what Thompson that's come out recently has skyrocketed in price. Well, that's up by 29%, that's up by 12%, and that's up by 9%. So they don't really go down super bad, but they don't go up super high. It's a bit... But this is a green Thompson, but also yellow. And then if I were to try and see if we can compare to anything, I mean, you do have the Tier 3 Thompson, yeah. Artifact Thompson's been appreciated with this jungle update, just pointing that out. Well, I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't really expect that much. I don't think that's going to be skyrocketing in price. I don't think it's going to be stupidly insane, big fat profit. By all means, if you like it, go buy it, use it, appreciate it. But I think I'm probably just going to stick with a barter there. And I think that will probably be the best way to go about it in terms of trying to make an investment. But again, if you like it, just go buy it. Treat yourself. All right? Cool. So next up, let's go ahead and talk about a bow. A crocodile bow. Produced by a cat. No, it's a PYH. It's a pie. Right, anyway, so we do get quite a lot of bows now, don't we? But do we ever get one made out of crocodile skin? Well, crocodile leather. Anyway, so back over to here. Hunting bows. How are they currently holding up? Well, sorry. I'm sorry, PYH, in the background. But, if you're looking for a nice investment, you're not looking in the right place. They have not been holding up very nicely. I remember when we were anticipating the primitive update, we thought, oh, surely they get used a lot more now. Surely they're going to be appreciated a lot more now. No. Oh dear. Down 42, down 46, down 5. Well, that's not too bad, but there's like next to none of those that's sold, so, okay. The Crocodile Bow, it's already sold quite a fair bit. I don't think it's going to be selling ridiculously, but it's not like it's suffering. At least Mr. PYH can be happy about that. But if I'm going to be brutally honest with you, I'm probably just going to do 60 cents to 80 cents in terms of a buy order. Look at all these bows. So many of them down to around $1. Now let's also just quickly take a look at all that. Lowest price. And, well, how many are around $1? Let's just go and see. $1.07, $1.08. Let's try and go above like 20 cents. So there's a good 10 out of what? 60, 70 of them that are marketable. So, okay, I don't expect it to be super bad. It's just, yeah. But also, one quick second. It's green. How many green bows do we have? Then again, does it really matter? I don't think the green is going to help you camouflage or anything. But it is an interesting point. The only other green bow I'm aware of is the jade bow. There you go, up 61%. I don't know if that's going to be a factor. Sunken treasure, you're only down by 15%. I don't really think so, no. I mean, it's a small, thin little thing, so yeah. Green bows, I don't know. Albert, shut up. Shut up. Alright, anyway, let's go give it a good look. Unbelievable, you. Alright, where's that crocodile? Where is he? Hey. What you failed to realise is I've actually hit him. He's just underwater. I've got a great trick shot. Anyway, a perfectly fine looking bow. By all means, if you're looking for a nice jungle theme set and you need some more jungle skins, this is the perfect skin for you. Actually, he went in the jungle, didn't he? Where is he? Nah, I'm not going to bother. There was another one over there, don't worry. So, let's go ahead and look at this on stage. Give it a good look with all the reflection. Those scales are appreciating the limelight. Oh, yes. And, of course, let's just kind of tilt myself like this. And let's give this a good look. So, Mr. PYH, that is a very cool looking bow. What are we going to anticipate now? Good sir, are we going to see like a Crocodile Dundee type of set? With a boonie hat? A big old knife? You could pull that off. I'm just saying. Some hide boots. We shall see. Anyway. Perfectly fine looking bow skin. If that's what you're after, well, it's right there in front of you. Let's now move on and talk about the next skin. Alright, so off we go. LR300. By default, what am I going to say? Everybody loves an LR300, don't they? Oh, God. Down 45, down 48. So that's a very straightforward answer, isn't it? It's a nice looking skin. I want to show it off at the very least. So over here. Produced by Mr. Cryo. Congratulations with your acceptance today, good sir. A very interesting blue snake design. That is awesome. Now, of course, we'll be giving it a good look in a minute, but as we just saw a second ago, LR300s don't seem to be appreciated very nicely. Oh, no. Yeah, this very likely might end up just going all the way down to being a 60 cent to 80 cent barter. I'm so sorry, but let's just quickly look at all of them based on lowest price and how many of them are close to $1. Let's go find out. We have 93 in total. A few of them are Twitch drops. 88 cents, 88 cents, 88 cents, 89 cents. Well, let's just kind of go above $1. How long does that take? Oh, there you go. It took about 30. Yeah. Does that show that the LR300 is appreciated in game a lot? Yeah. So, what do you reckon is going to happen? Yeah, I'm so sorry, but we'll keep an eye on the sales. Maybe it could still work out quite alright. That is an abnormal skin. The other weapon skins are not, but yeah, come on, let's go on game. Let's give you a good look. Wha-bam. Right, let's go get a good look at the snake design. Ooh, nice and shiny. Lovely stuff there, good sir. Aim down, useful red aim sight, should be good for all environments, should be good for the jungle. And of course you're probably wondering, hey, does it have a glow in the dark? Well, I can confirm to you that no, it does not. It's a little bit noticeable with the nightlight, but yeah, just use a hollow sight. Yep, right. So, quick reload. Do you like the snake design? Oh, look at the shine there. Oh, that was looking pretty. That was looking very pretty there for a minute. Oh, okay. Well then, let's go ahead and look at this on stage. Well then, that definitely brought it out ever so nicely. What a lovely looking LR300. Well then, let's go size myself up and get a good look at that snake. Well, very pretty. Lovely piece of work there, good sir. Hang on a minute. Oh, it goes inside. Well, still clever in terms of how you did it. I didn't realise until I actually properly looked at it. Cool. Right then, so what are your thoughts? Feel free to comment below. But in terms of it being an LR300 skin, yeah. So, I guess we'll just leave it at that. So, shall we go ahead and take a look at the final skin for this video? Well, maybe LR300s aren't going to do super great. Maybe the next weapon will be alright. Oh, SAR. Sorry. But yeah. How many SARs are currently in the positive that have come out within the past 2 years? Let's go with that. 0 there. And scroll. 1. Scroll. 2. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, and there's 1 there as well. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. So, what, out of like 40 almost? 3 of them? Yeah. And then, of course, we'll do this lowest price. What do we see? Well, how many of them are around $1? How many of them are below $1? So I'll just keep scrolling up. There we go. Quite a lot of Twitch drops. 85 cents, 92 cents, 93 cents, 94 cents. Scroll. $1. Okay, so that was like another 30 again. We have a lot of SARs, and we keep seeing SARs pretty frequently, as I can point out over to here. Over the past, well, we'll just go with the whole year. We've already got 11. Last year in total, we got 27. We're getting closer and closer to the halfway point of this year. God, that went quick. Anyway, so, right. How many of those are doing all right at the moment? Down 52, down 50, down 49, down 51, down 43, down 55, down 62, down 52, down 25. Yep. No, okay. At the very least, let's give it a good look, and then we'll question it afterwards. Wha-bam. Right. That's a ferocious looking tiger design right there in the grass. And it has a standard aim sight. Cool. Quick look at night time. Oh, where'd it go? Wait. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's go give it a good look at night time. You can see the face very nicely there. That's looking pretty cool. I'm still very confused why it just randomly disappeared just a second ago. Well, see, it's a super predator, right? He's instantly in hiding. And when it's the right time to strike. Right, quick reload. So yeah, by all means, do you think the design looks cool? Do you like it? Go ahead, buy it. Treat yourself. But if you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, is it going to retain its value? I don't think so, no. Sorry to say. I would love to see it happen. But as much as you might sit there and say, oh, it's kind of green, well, it's also, very orange. So, yeah. Alright then, shall we go ahead and look at it on stage? A fair bit reflective, as you can see here. Not too bad. Right. Strike a pose. Look pretty. Come on. Show me your inner animal. Yeah, it's a nice looking skin. But it's a SAR. And they just don't seem to be appreciated as much as they used to be. It's what happens when you just keep seeing far too many of them being accepted and whatnot. So, overall, feel free to comment below what your thoughts are in regards to what you see here. But, yeah. So, I think we'll just move on now and kind of wrap this up. So overall, it's nice to see all the skins are being appreciated in terms of sales and whatnot. Cool. Skin creators must be very happy. But we've got to wait out and see what the sales look like by Wednesday. It's going to be the smartest approach. Now, of course, not every single skin is abnormal, but I think we'll be alright. So, what do you reckon is going to happen next week? Even more garage doors and sheet metal doors? Anyway, right then, so shall we talk about some other things? So I could quickly hop over to here. I can point out to you that we did get some brand new DLC things, didn't we? If I could just quickly scroll over to here, I've got to find it. Come on, where are you? Stop hiding from me. Jungle Pack and the Jungle Building Skin. Now, we've kind of already shown off the Jungle Building Skin off. It's cool. I've got no issue with that. That was very descriptive. Well, yeah. If I really go in depth and showcase it off whatnot, we'll be here for probably another hour. And I don't think you're going to do that, do you? No. So, what we also happen to have is some brand new bamboo barrels, some new shelves, a new AK, and a new rock. And over to here, of course, is the Jungle Building Skin. But in terms of what we get in this, don't forget, you also get the COCOKNIGHT armor. So, of course, I've got to showcase that as well in a second. So let's go in and give it a good look. Alright, here we are. It's very dark at the moment. Oh, yes, indeed. I'm just having a lovely little dance in front of this garage door here with the torches on display. That's looking pretty cool in the firelight. Oh, yes. But, of course, what are we here for? We're here to showcase the brand new DLC. So that. Hello, COCOKNIGHT. How you doing? That's looking pretty interesting. That's looking pretty cool. The first wood armor skin in the game, and it's part of this Jungle DLC pack. So, it's not just the armor. You will get that AK and a brand new rock, and we've got other things to show off in a second. So, here I am. I'm just grooving. I'm just enjoying myself. Let's just move the sun a bit, make it go up a little bit brighter, and let's whip out this AK-47. Yes. Get a good look at that. So, we used this a little bit earlier. That is a very nice, shiny looking design. That is a cool looking AK. I'm sure you could agree with that. And you just know they're going to still keep accepting AK-47 skins every single rush store, and then in the Twitch drops. Oh, anyway. So, we've been seeing a lot of these special DLC AKs being produced. Do you happen to like this one? The design of it's a bit blocky. Someone said Minecraft gun. Shut up. But one quick thing I want to do is just like put a hollow sight on it real quickly. Does that look a bit goofy now? Right, let's just move the sun a little bit here so I can see it on this side as well. Oh, okay, there you go. Look at that shine there. Not too bad. Alright. That's looking pretty sweet. So, thoughts? You liking it? Right, so that's a nice piece, but it's not just this, because we also happen to have this special looking jungle rock. Do you happen to glow in the dark at all? Let's just quickly find out. No, you do not. Let's just back away from the reflection there. There's a bit of nightlight, but no. So, well, I'm not sure if you are worried about that enough. What you're probably mainly concerned about are the other interesting little tidbits we get with this. So, we have a brand new special looking barrel, the bamboo barrel, looking very nice. We have compared the sizes with the first barrel, the original barrel. The only difference in size is that this is ever so slightly smaller in terms of height. So slightly. We got the measurements out, I'm not joking. I don't think that makes much of a difference in terms of, can you somehow sneak in more of these in such a small space? No, it doesn't seem to be like that. We also happen to have a very cool brand new shelf where I can put my Discord trophy on top of. Ooh, nice. Yes, that's looking very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more things like that. I would love to see like a gothic Halloween style one. And it's just a few months until Halloween. Yeah, this year's gone really quickly, hasn't it? And over to here, we also happen to have this as well. Salvage shelves, but no, it's made out of bamboo as well. And we have the other barrel. Yeah, I've put them down in an awkward way, but just so you can see like the side perfectly fine. The wicker barrel, looking ever so cool. So, yeah. Do you think that's worth the price? Feel free to comment below. I'm probably going to hear a lot of angry people. But, yeah, not too bad. And there is the jungle building skin on display. Looking pretty cool. So, hey, not too bad. I honestly was walking into this expecting that the COCOKNIGHT armor was going to be its own DLC. But they did add this jungle DLC pack. So, alright, fair enough. Right then, so we'll have to keep an eye out for what will be the next big update. And there has been some rumblings already, so maybe we should hop out of here and see what I'm talking about. Whoa, 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 hold on a second, we forgot about the wallpaper. So, of course, we're going to showcase this as well. I was anticipating something like this. You may recall with the Lunar New Year, we've got some brand new Lunar New Year themed wallpaper. Well, it looks like we will slowly start to build up a lovely collection of wallpapers with big updates and future holidays. I'm still banking on the idea of potentially seeing like a Halloween holiday pack and a Christmas holiday pack. Yeah. Which one of these is your favourite? And also get a good glimpse of the outer wall for the jungle building skin and the inner wall. Right then, so didn't I talk about hiding with the COCOKNIGHT armor? Where could it be? I think we've already established the point that you got to keep an eye out above now more often, because there he is, all the way up there. You can see the head now, can't you? Right, so there you go. Not too bad. It's just I wish you could put a bandana on, but with all this on, with the burlap shirt and pants on extra, I can't cover my face. Maybe I could remove the shirt, put a bandana on with it. Maybe. But at the end of the day, that was pretty good regardless. So, shall we go ahead and hide myself in a bush now? Right, let's just walk around the rock, keep an eye out, look above if you can. Have you spotted them yet? Have you spotted them yet? You probably have by now, haven't you? There you go. It's alright, I'm not going to complain, that's actually doing a pretty good job. But yeah, what are your thoughts? If we comment below. Well then guys, it's finally out. Jungle Update is now out, and I'm sure a lot of you are very happy. But what's next? Well, as far as we're aware, it's going to probably be this Naval Update that keeps getting a lot of interesting talk. Looks like we're going to be able to have a brand new monument on the horizon, a floating city. You're going to be able to build your own boats. Sounds cool. I've already said this in the Abnormal Barders video, but I'd like to see it be like Raft, if you've played that game. I want to be able to build quite literally a raft. Some wood, some rope, some, maybe some cloth to build, make a sail. Let me sail around in the ocean, that'd be funny. But could you build up to like a pirate ship? Could you build up to get like a proper speedboat? That'd be cool. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're just fantasizing at the moment. We're probably not going to find out for maybe another 3 or 4 months, maybe even longer. I have to repeat this, but we've been kind of aware of the jungle update for about more than half a year, and the primitive update, and it took a long time for it eventually to come out, but hey, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have been enjoying it ever so. So, the only way you're going to be fully informed of all the newest things that might be coming out fairly soon, or, well, later down the year, keep an eye on the commits. I always link it in the description, and let's look forward to some new interesting fun things. Livestock animals. Well, I've only just found out about that. Cow? Cow? Yes. Well, camouflage skin stocks. Boom. No, I'm joking, but yeah, alright, there you go. Looks like they're going to commit to that now. Cow, bull, sheep maybe, lambs, goats, attack goats, dogs, cats. Things are looking pretty cool, right? We'll see. But yeah, apparently they're working on cows now. Oh, great. How are you going to be able to find them? And then you got to drag them to your base. Well, that's interesting. So cool. I literally just found out about that right now. So, okay, that's nice. That's cool. Now then, let's talk about Ruskin prices. So, oh no, a new green poncho has appeared. Where was me? But that didn't really even care. That's actually gone and sold more. That's actually hardly changed. That's actually it didn't care. But you know what has cared? A lot of these Ruskins, even though this Steam page is still broken, in general, a lot of Ruskins have gone down in price, but this is inevitable. This is a thing that we're fully well aware of after post-Christmas, with the spring, with the Easter dip. But, February, March, April, it's all come and gone. We're now in May, and we've just had a big fat update. We have just had over 200,000 people turn up today. Now, here's a guessing game. How many people do you reckon will play on Friday, and how many people do you reckon will play on Saturday? I expect more, and I'm looking forward to it. Maybe not tons more, but 210,000, maybe 230. I don't think we'll be beating the all-time peak. Maybe in the summer, June, July, kids out of school, understandable. But if the absolute worst average player count for a month being April with just under 98,000 is looking like that, But then in comparison, you remember last year with the summer of 2024, loads of people very happy, loads of people enjoying themselves, tons of people playing. Oh, look, just under 98,000. That's a weird parallel, but it just kind of showcases that, well, we're probably going to be seeing a lot of people playing in the summer. We've been very consistent for these past few months. Let's see how things turn out. And with more people playing the game, you should start to expect prices to improve. Now, it might not be instant. I've already brought this up for what would be 2 separate videos that will be coming out in the near future. But I want to quickly talk about the Whiteout collection. I'm sure you're fully well aware that it's been very consistent and it just keeps going up in price because nothing really compares to it. And as you can see, the price is looking pretty good there. So, yeah, look at this. Recently, we have seen the prices drop, as I just said, but this is already going up already. In fact, it's kind of matching up to the price it peaked at this past post-Christmas. Well, let's just look at the history over the past year or so, and you should probably get a good understanding for what to expect with skins in general from here and now. 2023 rolling into 2024 post-Christmas. Please be aware, with post-Christmas, it's kind of like quick. Like December, January, done. That's it. Lots of things rise up in price, hold up their new peak prices for a while in January, then they go down. February, March, April, yeah, spring. Easter dip, how tragic, and you can see it happen right here, so do. But of course, if you have all your money, all your profit, you probably bought in around here. Then we approach the May time. Now May, it's not exactly going to be going up, like the prices, they're not going to go up insanely, they're not going to go up madly, but they're going to retain, they can consistently, slowly, gracefully rise up in price, and eventually they'll probably peak probably around July, August. That's to be expected. Summertime lasts longer, but don't assume huge instant price spikes, unless we see like collection continuations and whatnot. Yeah. So, alright then, be aware of that. And of course, after the summer, autumn fall seasonal dip. But then of course, post-Christmas all over again. There you go. So, yeah, don't expect instant, huge, massive profits. You should expect nice, slow rises, alright? Now, you might sit there and say, oh, but when should I sell? Well, honestly, if the money is looking good to you, if the profit is looking good to you, then you can sell. Maybe it sells for a little bit more. Oh, no. But at the end of the day, if you make a profit, be happy. And, of course, eventually afterwards, it'll go down again. You could just buy it again. That's how you should look at it. Cool. So, yeah, we should expect prices to be improving. We should look forward to being happy once more. And I'm sure you're already happy after playing the game today. And looking forward to playing it again every other day in the future. From here now, throughout the summer, avoiding the sunlight. Right. So I think we got everything all said and done. Everything's nice. Now let me just quickly hop over to here. If you want to be aware of what we've been talking about in regards to green camouflage skins and whatnot, I put this video out 2 weeks ago. We can look back and see how things have changed. Initially, lots of speculators jumped in, bought out all the stock. Prices went up, and then they've actually kind of gone down a fair bit. Well, that was to be expected. There was going to be like a bit of a cool down period. But now, all the genuine interest is here. All the players have turned up. All the players are figuring out, you know what, green cloven armor is really good in the jungle biome. I need to go buy some. So, that is to be expected. Over the course of the next couple months, we'll see prices slowly start to rise up, and then we'll start to see those nice new, brand new, all-time high peak prices for these skins. I will be following up from this. There'll be 2 extra videos, me talking about primitive skins, and me talking about core pieces, that being hoodie and pants, tier 2 and tier 3 armor. Cool. If you want to be aware of all the newest skin submissions that appeared over the past weekend, including, you know, of course, collection continuations, feel free to give that a good look. Just to remind all of you, we did not see an early pick this week. So that means all these, very likely, might be appearing next week. Okay then. And yes, a lot more jungle-themed skins were, of course, produced. So, oh, look at that, Jungle Raider City and Pants. Oh, look at that, Tire Tier 3. Hoo. And if you're curious about the brand new Twitch drops that are currently available right now, consider watching my Rust May 2025 Twitch drop skin showcase video. Everything is chaptered so you can skip ahead. Even a lovely little comparison of the garage door there with, you know, its transparency. Getting a good look at it, see how useful it is and whatnot. Alright, cool. So that's everything. Shall we now wrap this video up? Right, so whilst I'm feeling nice and safe on this base, what on earth do I mean? Oh, if only you knew. I'm just going to quickly point this out. Yep, get a good listen. Can you hear me beat my chest with the brand new emote? Awesome. Cool. Lovely. Right. If only you knew what happened. Anyway, let's get a good look at this. So I'm here with the other garage door, and of course, give that a good look. Very nice and stand out, but with its neon design, well, it was all bright anyway. It's not like that firelight was going to make it stand out even more. So, overall, I think it was a lovely batch of skins. I hate those cats. I really do, those stupidly loud things. Shut up! Shut up! Alright then, so out of all the things that we've seen being added today, which one was like your favourite in terms of skins? What about the new content that was added to us today? What new thing has impressed you the most? I'd love to hear it. Thank you once again for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Have fun throughout the rest of this month, throughout the summer, and yeah, all good. Does it make a sound? Oh, you know what? We can find that out very quickly. Sound on. Audio. Neil.